Every 4 years, the World Cup captures the attention of billions across the world. But while football has stayed familiar, the way fans experience it has evolved.
Football has always been about anticipation. The build-up, the prediction, the feeling that anything could happen once the whistle blows. Today, millions of people don't just watch football, they interact with it, constantly, in real time. And nowhere is that transformation more visible than during the World Cup.
The industry did not expect sports betting to become so big and so widespread. Betting used to be really hidden, kind of a little bit taboo. Now you see it everywhere. You cannot really watch sports without seeing betting all around you. People talk about it in podcasts, in TV broadcasts. The way that they speak, 3-1, 2-1, parlay, cash out, combo. It becomes a bit of the football culture. It becomes a bit of the sports culture. Now we see that it's completely integrated with mainstream culture. Almost everyone who's watching sports in a place where there's a good regulatory market is betting.
So for somebody walking into a sports book in 2006, for example, compared to today, it's almost unrecognisable. There's generally something for every type of bettor now.
Before smartphones, before betting apps, sports betting was slower.
Sitting here today, it's easy to forget that for most of sports betting history, this bet slip right here was the sum of the experience. You'd walk into a betting shop, you'd place your prediction before the game, and you'd sit, you'd watch, and you'd wait.
But somewhere along the way, that changed. For decades, betting existed around football, but technology slowly pulled betting into the match itself. And during global tournaments like the World Cup, that changed the scale of everything.
In-play changed everything. Suddenly the match wasn't settled at kickoff. The real explosion happened around 2006, and from there the growth has just been non-stop.
Entain is a multi-billion-pound business that runs household betting brands. We headed to its trading floor to learn more about what they'll be doing from kickoff to the final whistle.
So in-play betting is when the event starts and everything that is happening during that event. So the emphasis is very much on real-time updates. So when a goal goes in, we need to update our markets in real time. But the in-play fundamentally is once the event starts, we are betting on that event to its conclusion.
The industry was about to see a turning point, laying the foundations for what was to come.
You're probably looking at the 2006 World Cup as the first time that you'd see live betting come into fruition. However, having said that, the emergence in the last 10 years is night and day between offering core markets going back 20 years to where it is today.
Pre-match betting involved everything a traditional bet slip might do. You would predict everything from match winner to the final score without knowing how the game is unfolding. In-play brought the ability to respond to what is happening in front of you. Moment by moment, next goal, next yellow card.
It's much more exciting, the offering for the customer today. That's the biggest difference. And obviously, 20 years ago, people were sitting betting on the desktop. Now, of course, mobile betting is what is driving the business.
We've come a long way since that point. I'd say the expectations have changed drastically. Effectively, in-play bettors are expecting a similar product to what you see in the pre-match space. Effectively, you're looking to see more continuity between the pre-match and live product.
Betting stopped being about predicting the final result and became about reacting to moments.
In play, you don't know what's going to happen in a game. You don't know what scenarios could play out. So it's always got the ability to sort of keep us on our toes during certainly the big matches where there's a lot of volume, a lot of interest, and something unexpected can happen, and that will always keep us alert during a major tournament.
So while we've learned how in-play betting changed the experience for bettors, what about the technology companies needed to develop it?
In-play demanded the speed, automation, and data processing capabilities that pre-match betting simply didn't require, so far. Traditional systems were never really designed, to process thousands of live odds updates, also like in real time. So delivering those live markets at a scale required, I would say, like a new level of technology, a new level of trading infrastructure, but in the same time, some reliability on the technology that could cater for it, right? We know how important also is in terms of live betting that every second of latency could impact the odds accuracy, the risk management, also the risk exposure of the operator, but as well like the customer experience.
So was the industry ready for this massive shift?
I believe the industry absolutely underestimated, how difficult it will be to power, millions of live betting interactions simultaneously, because all these legacy sportsbook systems weren't really designed for real-time and high-frequency activity at that scale. Every live event, create a constant stream of odds, of different data, pricing changes, risk exposure that should be processed in milliseconds, right?
So new market conditions had created a new realm of opportunity, both for betting companies and the players themselves. Now that the focus had shifted, there was a whole new betting adventure even after a bet was placed. This left an opportunity for new products and new ways to bet. Another innovation that changed the game was cash out. Cash out means once you've placed your bet, you can actually cash out a higher value than your stake, or perhaps a lower value, before the game or the event is complete. Cash out has an interesting history. It's actually disputed who invented this innovation, but it can be divisive. Often punters or bettors will go on social media and talk about how they cashed out £1,000 when they could have ended up with £10,000, or vice versa. It certainly changed the experience and added an extra element.
Cash out, it's a feature that has been around for quite a long time, but it has developed and evolved. You have partial cash out, you have automated cash out, a lot of different variations of it. I think when it comes to those bigger events like the World Cup, what you see many times is that what is being cashed out is being reinvested. So you cash out on one event and you go on to the next event. So cash out is a good feature to secure your winnings and nevertheless keep going and get an opportunity to put good money on the next one if you have had a successful bet before.
Cash out gave players a new way of thinking about their bets, with more interaction and greater choice.
Remember our good old friend the bet slip, when we used to come in and place a prediction before the match? Now it's a whole different world.